For reviews, interviews and your daily film picks, click the bell icon and subscribe to Film Companion South now.
While studying film theory, we were taught that cinema always has a subtext that one must learn to read between the lines to try and grasp what the filmmaker is saying without really saying anything. While watching F3, I was secretly hoping that my film theory professor was watching the film with me, wondering what he would say when he watched the film. Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching Not at All a Review. My name is Hriday Ranjan. This week's release is F3, starring Venkatesh, Varun Tej, Tamannah, Mehreen Pirzada and an ensemble of comedy actors. The film is written and directed by Anil Ravipudi. F3 exists firmly in the Anil Ravipudi cinematic universe, where if you try to analyze the film, the joke is on you. He takes pretty much the same cast from F2, but with a completely different story with no real connection to F2. If the earlier film spoke of the travails of marriage, F3 deals with people who would go to any extent to earn some extra money. Venkatesh and Varun Tej play two men who will go to any extent to earn a quick buck, and so they decide to scam two women who, unknown to them, are scamming them back in return. There is also a billionaire who is looking for an estranged son to hand over his empire to. No prizes for guessing where the plot goes from there. Anil Ravipudi takes whatever worked in F2 and amps it up a few notches. At the same time, he takes what didn't work in F2 and scales it down. For example, he takes Mehreen Pirzada's character, which was as enjoyable as Kakarkai juice in F2, and reduces it significantly. He takes Tamannah's character and makes her mime for much of the second half. He also spruces up F3 with a litany of comedic actors. There's Rajendra Prasad, there's Kishore, there is Ali, there is Satya, there is Sunil, there is Raghubabu. It is almost like the who is who of the Telugu comedic universe. The jokes in F3 are reminiscent of Shoaib Akhtar in his prime. Some of the bouncers are wayward and miss their mark, but others land firmly in the ribcage. But it is the relentlessness of the jokes coming at you that is consistent. Jokes of all kinds and flavors. There's physical comedy, there's wordplay, there is film references, there's fan service, punchlines and slapstick comedy, all crammed into a film like a 99 dosa bandi preparation. Nothing is sacred. One guy has night blindness, another has a stammer. If you are woke, I would advise you to go back to sleep. It is hard to write gags for a film that by itself is a series of gags one after the other. Venkatesh is given most of the heavy lifting and most of his punchlines land, some firmly, some gingerly. Varun Tej though is disappointing, failing to deliver any laughs in a film filled with jokes of all kinds. One gets the distinct feeling that the jokes would have flown with an actor with better comic timing. Mehreen Pirzada, who plays his love interest, is in the same boat. Tamannah is actually not bad in her role, but it is the supporting cast of Raghubabu, Kishore, Sunil and Rajendra Prasad who whip up most of the laughs. Even if some of the jokes don't land, director Anil Ravipudi keeps playing them as comebacks with utter conviction. While most films run out of laughs after the first half, F3 reserves its best comedic bits for the second half. The second half of the film is a joyride that is both audacious and ludicrous at the same time. Anil Ravipudi delivers what was expected of him. Mindless comedy that is not too offensive, making F3 one of the rare films that doesn't have its best jokes in the trailer itself. In fact, the jokes shown in the trailer were the less funny ones. If you liked films like F2, you will enjoy F3. If you don't like mindless comedies, F3 might not be your cup of tea. You might not find all the jokes funny, but the director's intent is never under question, and that is to give you as many laughs in as many ways possible. Thank you so much for watching our review of the movie F3. Please remember to press the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.